is coming up, and many people are going to try to quit smoking as one of their resolutions, but you need a plan, and quit coach Valerie Smalley from the Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line is here to help us with that. Good morning, Valerie, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we recently learned that President Obama appears to have quit smoking. I guess his people haven't seen him smoke for about 9 months, and you're a former smoker yourself. You smoked for 25 years, and you quit 10 years ago. How did you do it?
I started to develop chronic bronchitis, and my background is in telephone counseling, and I was not able to talk for long periods of time, and it was one cold would turn into bronchitis, and then one cold would turn into bronchitis. And it was impacting my health and also me financially. So I thought that was two good reasons.
Yeah, two very good reasons.
Very good reasons.
A big wake-up call
quit.
for you. Now, when you do the Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line, you're on the phone and people call, and these are smokers who just feel the urge to smoke. And so what do you tell them when they get on the line?
I think one of the first things we'll ask them is, do you have a quit date in mind? And I think that Pedro alluded to that just a short while ago, can you see yourself as with a quit date? And we really want them to sort of look at something that may be meaningful, beneficial. New Year's Day is a big one for a lot of people. Most people, that's when they set resolutions and start. So quit date is the first one. And just what I just mentioned is what is your motivation? So we do, and I think that's a good question for people to ask themselves. What is your motivation? Because that's going to be what's going to help you get started, and that's going to be what you're going to need throughout the process.
So know your triggers, right? What in terms of knowing your triggers, I mean, there's so many things that can kind of spark smoking, like being around alcohol or going to a bar. What other triggers?
One of the things that I do suggest, and I've seen this work, is maybe a day or two prior to your quit date, or even you could do it way ahead of time, is do like a smoking journal or a smoking diary. It could be a little slip of paper, a little pen or pencil. Stick it in your cigarette pack. Every time you light up, every time you have a cigarette, what time is it? What are you doing? Maybe how you're feeling too, and that could get you aware of what your triggers are.
Right. Then you're not mindlessly smoking.
Exactly.
You're actually writing it down. Very interesting. What about trashing your cigarettes and all the things around it?
Well, I think a big step to take would be like the night before your quit date is to get rid of all cigarettes. Do not have them laying around. And sometimes people get the family involved. If you have children, a lot of times the family can be involved in that. Definitely remove and discard ashtrays, lighters, things that visually, maybe even smell as cigarettes, anything that is going to be one of those triggers that you're talking about, visual as well.
Yeah, when I was little, my mom was a heavy chain smoker, and I used to throw her cigarettes away without her knowing it. So I'm not sure if folks want to do that, but I used to do that when I was little. Also, another one that you suggest is drinking lots of water.
Yeah, I think the most obvious reason is that it will help flush your system of the toxins, and we know that cigarettes have thousands of chemicals in them. You want to flush your system. I think also another thing that people find is that if you use it in a nice water bottle, it also helps with that hand-to-mouth motion. And for a lot of people, that's a big factor in their smoking, the hand-to-mouth motion. And a water bottle, you're doing a good thing for your system, plus you're also satisfying that need as well.
All right. Well, Valerie Smalley from the Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line, Happy New Year to you, and good luck to all of those smokers out there who are trying to quit. Now, if you want to watch this interview again or our other interview on e-cigarettes, those electronic cigarettes, you can go to KITV.com/thismorning to watch the interviews again. They'll be posted by about 8 a.m.